Jey Uso lost against CM Punk in a vacant world title match, and he snapped online. Is it a work or a shoot? You jabroni marks without a life that don't know it a work. When you work a work and work yourself into a shoot, brother. Also, CM Punk trolls the fans. Chris Jericho's WWE return is very likely to happen. John Cena's final opponent and WWE 2K26 is in development. Welcome everybody to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Leave a subscribe and like, and yes, everybody's talking about CM Punk winning the championship. Finally, I'm talking about it, you're talking about it. It's a big deal. Like I told you in my review, for the most part, I'm happy, even though I expected something more. I expected something from Division. Fingers crossed, pinky in my butt, that something is going to happen on Monday Night Raw. Now, people. Jey Uso reacted to his loss on Instagram. He posted an image of himself looking all sad to CM Punk and said, "Y'all win," with a middle finger. Ooh, that is a big no-no. That is a big no-no, people. So, it seems like Jey Uso is responding to the fans. Obviously, people have been very critical of Jey Uso. The creative decision just didn't make any sense. And I gotta tell you, I did enjoy the match for the most part, but he looked sloppy as hell. Like, he was botching. A lot of people pointing out that he was gassed out during his entrance. So, something was definitely off. The biggest question is, people right here, is it a work or a shoot? And you never work yourself into a work that turns into a shoot when you work yourself into it, because when you work yourself, you get the idea. So what does Usi Juicy mean by all that? Well, here's the interesting part, people. We see a video of Jey Uso right here, sitting, all sad. Oh my god, he's exposing his knees. Ooh, oh yeah. But the thing is right here, people, he is being filmed. He is being recorded. So WWE are definitely, planning all this. If you watch WWE recently, it's pretty clear that WWE are teasing a heel turn for Jey Uso, which technically, when it comes to the product itself, when it comes to WWE's and TKO's especially greed, it doesn't make much sense. The kids like him. Even during his entrance, you can tell he's big when it comes to merchandise sales. As a wrestling fan, strictly as a wrestling fan, I would like to see that happening. Man, I do not care about Jey Uso's character. I guess for the people in the audience, it's all fun and games. Yeet! One more time. It's all fun. I get it. I understand. When you're watching this shit at home, I don't feel the energy. It does absolutely nothing for me. Lately, Jey Uso is like a good ad, yet it's still an ad. And the thing is, people, I think nobody really is screaming for a babyface Jey Uso World Championship title reign. I don't see where it fits in. I don't see anybody who would actually like to see that, other than the biggest Jey Uso fans and obviously children, who legitimately wants to see Jey Uso as a world heavyweight champion right now. I'm just really wondering, is he responding to the fans because he's legitimately angry because of the reaction? The fans are very critical of Jey Uso, or he is responding because he's working us. He's working us into a shoot. I really hope it's not something like he's legitimately pissed at the fans and he's like, "You win." Very shitty thing to do. I hope it's more of a, well, the double entrance is stopping from now on. You won. No more fun and games. The whole match and the booking could have definitely been a bit more exciting, but now we move on to Monday Night Raw, where I hope, I pray that something big is going to happen. I mean, right now it's all about the war games. Let's go back to CM Punk, people. Our new world heavyweight champion. Well, he trolled the internet. First of all, he posted this on Instagram. "Hey babe," tagging AJ Lee. "Can you please, I know where this is going. Dangerous territory. Dangerous territory. Sit on. Ooh. My chair." I know what you did there. Thousands of people at Saturday Night's main event were sitting on CM Punk's face. That is actually pretty funny. That's not necessarily what I'm talking about. I just wanted to point that out. He asked for AJ Lee to sit on his face. I think that's beautiful. He posted this picture of himself with Jade, Ricky, and Cody. What do these people have in common, people? Oh, they have championship titles. All of them are world champions. The great one. Nah. They're all from AEW, which will obviously make wrestling fans explode. WWE can create stars! Touch grass. Touch grass, people. He just posted a picture of, look at us, friends, reuniting, doing fine in the WWE. We also have a video of Cody putting a strap on CM Punk. If you look at this with any other emotion, then that's great. CM Punk in AEW is doing just fine. Then I don't know what to tell you. In general, I'm pretty happy that, so many rumors about CM Punk, difficult to work with, an absolute chaotic man backstage, and lately, nothing but good reviews. Google reviews on CM Punk, nothing but good Google reviews on CM Punk. This is fun. This is great. I appreciate that. Beautiful. As a matter of fact, that must be one of the biggest reasons he's still a draw, and he's doing good backstage, probably helping out with creative, and he got rewarded for it. And a lot of people are going to say, well, he's too old to win the championship. I'm already seeing articles, some Hall of Famers are talking about it, whatever. I don't even know who it was. CM Punk should not win the Why? Why? One of the biggest stars on your roster is a world champion who's still putting on great matches, great microphone work. Why would he not be a world champion? One of the most fun things to watch right now on the internet is seeing this agenda that CM Punk is difficult to work with, and it doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work anymore. People, there are a lot of rumors of Chris Jericho returning to the WWE. Apparently someone noticed that Chris Jericho's trademark, the Jericho Vortex, is now listed as dead and abandoned. So obviously there's a lot of speculation he is signing with the WWE or definitely done with AEW, which is something we talked about. As a big Chris Jericho fan, obviously I want to see him in the WWE, and he would be huge right now, people. He would make the double amount of money, not only because it's TKO, but also because of his legend status. Also, sorry, which is another conversation to have. It is what it is. For people, nothing he would do in AEW right now would touch anything he could do in the WWE. The people miss him. Obviously, a lot of WWE fans don't even watch AEW, so that would be a huge deal. If you have a tinfoil hat at home, put it on right now. We have Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens reuniting 3 days ago. Best friends. WWE return confirmed. Welcome back, Chris Jericho. Let's take a look at his Instagram story. He's posting his WWE highlights. We have an image of him with a fan, and Jim Johnson's Break the Walls Down is playing. For those about to rock. Good song. We also have Evolution of Chris Jericho, obviously. His WWE highlights. We have him in AEW. Oh my god, he's not returning. Chris Jericho is a smart businessman. Even if he's not returning to WWE, him teasing his WWE return just increases the value. He could sign a bigger contract with AEW, but I believe even Tony Khan knows that Chris Jericho is not necessarily adding a lot to AEW anymore, even though he put the company on the map and he's probably the most important AEW wrestler, was at one point. He just doesn't add anything to the product. The fans there don't even appreciate the guy. It's a very different fan base, right? So I believe that is the perfect thing for Chris Jericho. So let's talk about John Cena's final opponent. A tournament will start on the November 10th episode of Monday Night Raw. 16 participants, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, chosen at random. Even some who don't even work for the company. The winner will get to make history as the guy to retire an all-time great. Also, they're facing Randy Orton. Now, obviously, currently, Gunther is the favorite to win the entire thing, possibly even beat John Cena, which would kinda make sense. Nobody wins in the retirement matches. Angle didn't, Flair didn't. Did I just assume that was Ric Flair's last wrestling match? I absolutely love the concept. I like the idea, just like I said in my review. I believe every tournament match is going to be really good, like an open challenge match where everybody's fighting with that opportunity. In general, I love tournaments, gives us a reason to watch weekly television. Absolutely love the idea, and makes John Cena's retirement tour feel so freaking special. Did I just say freaking... What am I, a child? Also, who are the people who are not working for the WWE? Well, Joe Hendry already teased it, which some people are saying he should be the final opponent. Come on. I get it. He's popular. Come on. When it comes to people who are not currently working for the WWE and would make sense, I'm not saying he should be the final John Cena opponent, but what I would love to see participate is actually Nick Nemeth, Dolph Ziggler, who has a lot of history with John Cena. One of the best John Cena's PG rivalries was against Dolph Ziggler. So I would really love to see Dolph Ziggler actually participate in that. Obviously, I would like to see a promo or something like that, but that's impossible. In a way, it's all about building the future. Who could be the next guy? He's beating John Cena, but at the same time, I wouldn't mind some nostalgia. Now, I assume people like CM Punk, Randy Orton, who already wrestled John Cena, are not gonna be a part of this, but I'm just very excited about the tournament idea in general. But let me know in the comments below. It's a very tough pick, but who would you like to see retire John Cena? I feel like mentioning the fact that WWE 2K26 is in development. That was already probably been the case for a very long time, but Pro Wrestling Insider reports that several wrestlers have begun recording their lines for the upcoming game, which is possibly for some game mode, 2K showcase mode, whatever it may be, my career, my rise. You know, I remember the times people like, my setup is basically full of wrestling games, right? Like, I'm a big fan. This is probably the least I've ever been excited about a WWE video game. Like, I still play WWE games from time to time, but my love for these games is dead, buried. That's the problem with gaming in general, but the focus on, you know, squeezing every dollar out of fans, gambling like game modes and all that. I don't play these modes, I don't want to feel like an idiot. I really hope, foolishly people, that this year something big is happening. Different graphics, some kind of a different engine a little bit, I guess, because we're still playing on PlayStation 5, the PlayStation 4 version of the game. That is the reality. The game looks identical on both consoles. The last time I was really into a wrestling game was 2K22 because it felt like a completely different game, and now we're just getting a reskinned version of the same game. And I feel like everybody knows that. Some people still play it because it's a wrestling game. What else are you going to play? I understand. I completely get that. It's not a horrible game, but you're essentially getting the same game released every single year. I feel like this year you're going to get a lot of criticism. I could be wrong. I feel like the 2K makers, whatever it was called, where YouTubers got signed to 2K and played the game. I think you're going to see a lot more honesty, a lot more criticism this year, because I feel like that's no longer a thing, is it? And I hope that if we're getting a game that is way too similar to the previous one, which is just basically an update like NBA games, I hope we're going to get a lot of backlash. Look at what happened with 2K20. That's when you actually get the change. And look, people, it's not like the game is bad. Obviously, you're getting some quality updates. I understand. But it's not enough. If you're not a hardcore wrestling video game fan, you could pick up any of these games from 2K22 to 2K25. It's the same shit for most people. But anyway, people, thank you so much for watching this video. Appreciate your love. Appreciate your support. The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.